So a couple of really good chances there for Wolves and Manchester United there at the end of the first half. Let's talk about this Wolves team here first, Robbie, because a young squad, young starting 11, but giving Manchester United all they can handle. Absolutely well set up, enjoying good possession, got people technically who are very comfortable in possession of the ball, and so these times where, well, I like with their system, they're playing the two wing-backs who allow Manchester United full-backs to come on, and then Traore gets one-on-one with Maguire one side, Neto one-on-one with Bailly, and Vitinha, the little midfield players, just make him run centrally. So they've got a real threat if Manchester United turn the ball over easily or don't play with the rhythm, Rob, that we've seen they need to do if they're going to get through the game. You know, United's such a funny side. It's such a strong team. They started off brightly. They move the ball around and you're thinking, this should be a good day for them. Then it gets a little slower. Then Wolves get behind the ball. Then it gets a little frustrated. Then they get a little sloppy. I don't think they're as strong and aggressive without the ball as they should be. You know, the really best teams keep teams in there and don't let them get out. And maybe a theory, Rob, with the wide players in Greenwood and Marcus Rashford. You know, we see a lot of teams attack in the wide areas and get good positions and pull backs to score goals. United don't really do that. They look so much better, like against the Leeds, that's end-to-end and there's space in behind. When they have to break down teams, it looks a little clunky for them. Do you know, if you look at the profile of a fullback, a modern-day fullback as well, Wan-Bissaka is one half brilliant. His defensive side is brilliant. When he gets in the attacking third, you don't get the Trent Alexander, the Reece James, that quality, the Chilwells that you're going to get. And that's something that they lack. If those wide players go inside, the fullback on the outside hasn't got that kind of quality. Just a bit more intensity, a bit more urgency from United. Try harder to find a way through a tight, deep back five. It's in a balance, this, by the way. Yeah, it could go either way. Shouldn't be, but it is. The second half will tell you something. If you're
just making a note, Bruno Fernandes can't do it every week, and yet, of course, he's involved here. It's a lovely ball over the top, but United did need this deflection. It's a good moment for Marcus Rashford. He's capable of doing this. Talked about they're a threat, United, when there's space in behind. This is the prime example, but again, Roman Saiz reaches in there, he turns his back there, just deflects off of him and goes into the corner. They will take it. It wasn't pretty at times, and I got to say, for long periods of that game, United were bang out of ideas to try and break down a well-organised Wolverhampton Wanderers. But again, it's about the goal, it's about the 3 points, it's about going for second in the table for them.
So let's give some credit to Wolves right now, because it looked like they were going to walk away with a point here with a super, super young team, a lot of players that don't have a whole lot of Premier League experience. For the most part, they played Manchester United to a draw.
They did, but the thing they'll learn is that you've got to see it out. You've got to not be as pushed up as they were to allow the spacing behind. But they had good possession. Once or twice I'm thinking if they can get Traore one-on-one with Maguire, they could even nick this game. So from going position where they thought that's a really good point, to lose all three in that manner will hurt them and the manager. But you know what, in a way, and Rob said, we're critical of United at times, and rightly so, but they're second in the table now. And they're 2 points behind Liverpool. And if things go differently on match week 16, they could go top of the table. And Leicester City, the year they won the title, weren't brilliant every week and found a way and had individuals, a Mahrez or a Vardy, who got them goals. Manchester United look like they've got the same. It's not brilliant football by any means. They're not totally controlling the game.
And should they be, Rob?
Well,
should they be doing better than that? Should they need a deflection?
So, Rob, but right now, if you're Manchester United, you're second in the table in the position. You take all the good from that and not necessarily go to the negative.
But wouldn't you expect now your Man United team at home against a very, very young, inexperienced Wolves side to create more, to be more of a threat in the wide areas? Edison Cavani had nothing apart from straight balls, kind of difficult angles. You know, the wide play from fullbacks was poor. And I get it. I get where they are in the league table right now. But, wow, that was almost drop points in a bad way. But they found a way through, and full credit. But, wow.
You can make that argument that they've found a way to win the game, and that's what a team needs to do, is it's learning how to become the second-best team in the Premier League. What about Marcus Rashford and how much he has stepped up? He had just 2 goals his first 9 Premier League appearances, now 5 goals in the last 5 Premier League appearances. We've talked about them needing a leader. Is Marcus Rashford that guy for them?
He is a leader. He is a leader in his way. I mean, the runs that he makes are... There's no player in the Premier League that makes better forward runs in behind. And now Bruno Fernandes is the guy that can play, and we saw this right at the end of the game. We've seen it all season long. That's so valuable. He's not a guy really easy to create too much when there's a lot of people around you, but you give him space in behind, he is sensational, and we saw it again there.
51 Premier League goals, like I said, third youngest to do it behind Ronaldo and Rooney. Probably not a more important one in terms of what this does to the football club, in terms of what reflect this is. best of the rest, you said to me before, can they be to Liverpool? They are. And I just think with Marcus Rashford, we have to remember what he's been doing off the pitch in terms of the feeding children and pushing the parliament and talking about, you know, more books in schools and all these things. And he puts himself at a little bit of a danger there because some people are ready to criticise him. If the football stops going right, they'd be on his back, oh, Rashford's concentrating too many on other things. He was the guy today who looked most likely, and in the end it happened, that he got them all 3 points. So huge credit to him for what he's doing, not only off the pitch, but on it now as well.
Having no effect to him on the pitch, perhaps is helping him on the pitch. Could be more inspiring, yeah. Marcus Rashford, the game winner. Let's hear from him.
Marcus, your 51st Premier League goal for Manchester United, but as important as any of the others, many of the others?
Yeah, it's a deciding goal, and probably not the most beautiful goal, but you know, we'll take what we can get, and we take the 3 points and move on. Today was tough game, and you know, we expected a tough game, but you know, at the end of the day, we managed to get over the line.
Talk us through the goal, because when you cut inside, there wasn't a great deal on.
No, but the fullback, I think he got cramp a few minutes before, so I just had